Hey student, watch this video and learn 3 ideas to help you learn, memorize, and use phrasal verbs more efficiently. Stay with me, and I prepared a surprise for you at the end, so stay until the end, okay? If you don't know me very well, I'm Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I create different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As usual, help me with this channel, share and like, and let's get to work. Three ideas to help you learn phrasal verbs more efficiently. It's important, okay? And guys, here on my channel, I help specific students, okay? I help students who already finished their basic practice. And now they are at this pre-intermediate, intermediate level, and they need to improve. They are feeling stuck at this level. And guys, this is what I call the transition level, because you are going to learn a lot of information that will make you speak, but only if you follow the right kind of method, the right plan to make that happen. And here at this level, and for the rest of your journey, phrasal verbs will be present, okay? And guys, there are 2 moments when we need phrasal verbs. For comprehension, when we're listening to other people, and when we are communicating with other people. So phrasal verbs are important because we need them so that we can understand people, and we need them so that we can communicate more smoothly with people in English. So these are 2 situations, okay? And at this moment, at your level, you will need to include phrasal verbs weekly, not just sometimes. It has to be part. You will always learn phrasal verbs, okay? And this is something that I do with my babies, my BSA, the students from my academy. In every module of the academy, there is phrasal verb. There is a phrasal verb lesson. There's something connected with a phrasal verb. We have one module just to talk about phrasal verbs, some rules and explanations, but they always have in all the lessons because it's part of a fluent speaker. So this is something that I need you to understand at this level. I don't want you to just buy a book of phrasal verbs. That's nice. It's good. Okay, I have a course just teaching phrasal verbs for conversation. However, in your study plan, phrasal verbs need to be there. And I will show you how, and I prepared a surprise for you. Okay, so stay with me until the end. Now, guys, idea number 1, categories. Okay, so you need phrasal verb categories. And what is that? I want you to group the phrasal verbs you study. Okay? That's what I mean by categories. And then you can see some screenshots of some videos that I have here on my channel. So quarantine phrasal verbs about health, daily routine, money, talking on the phone, eating and drinking. These are all categories. So this is one idea for you to study, okay? Group together, bring together verbs you study, phrasal verbs you study based on conversation subjects, things that you can actually talk about, okay? This is what I do on my channel, and this is something that will help you study and memorize phrasal verbs more efficiently. So if this week I'm going to study about, let's see, technology, I will study phrasal verbs to talk about technology. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. You don't need many. Forget about quantity. It's about quality. Because you may study 10 phrasal verbs, but your brain will be able to absorb maybe 3. And it's great, okay? Because we don't stop. We keep going. It's a journey. You started to study English. One thing you need to remember forever, you don't stop. You only stop if you want to forget. Tell me in the comments, do you want to remember English forever or do you want to forget English? Let me know, okay? Teacher, I want to remember English forever. Yes, tell me in the comments, okay? I want to remember English forever. Because if that's your answer, you will keep studying. I still study. And I'm always learning new verbs, new phrasal verbs, new idioms. So this is not a bad thing, okay? It's a continuation of your journey. If you want to get better, this is the way to go, okay? So categories. The next thing, the next idea, you're going to use your reading and listening practice as a source of phrasal verbs, okay? I love the first idea. Categories, okay? Food, drink, money, sports, technology. But the second idea is my favorite, okay? The second idea is my favorite one because you're going to use your reading and listening practice to give you the phrasal verbs of the week, okay? Ideally, this is what I do with my students in the academy. Every week, they have a combination of activities. So they have new reading activities, new listening activities. And in those parts, they have a lot of new verbs and always some phrasal verbs to learn. And this is what you should have in mind. What am I going to read this week? What am I going to study this week? And that's what you should be doing, because in this material, you will find a lot of phrasal verbs. You don't even need to work hard. You will find. Now, remember, your reading and listening need to be connected. So if I'm going to read about technology in 100 years, the future of technology in 100 years, then I'm going to listen to something connected with the subject. Maybe you will not find a video with the same exact subject. Video about future of technology in 100 years. Maybe you will not find the exact thing, but you will find some similarities, predictions for the future of technology. Technology in 100 years, predictions for technology. They're similar, and that's how you're going to connect your reading and listening. And while you do that, you're going to explore the phrasal verbs. That's what I do with my students, and it's really efficient, okay? And why is that efficient? I was watching some videos this morning and yesterday and reading some articles so that I can, prepare something special for you. And I easily found a lot of phrasal verbs. And these phrasal verbs are the ones you should be studying because they are being used. And as I always tell my students, use what you learn. If you don't use it, you don't learn it. So you gotta use what you learn, okay? To learn, I must use. To learn a lesson, I must use it. So if you ignore that, you are not going to learn. So you're watching this lesson right now, and I hope you are. So now after the lesson is over, you gotta use this lesson, put into practice, follow the recommendations. That's how you're going to improve, okay? Now guys, before I give you idea number 3, make sure to hit the like button. It really supports the channel. If you need to organize your study routine, I have an amazing study plan. Students who bought this plan love it. It's very efficient, and it'll definitely help you organize your study routine. As I told you before, I also have a phrasal verbs course, okay? There are 50 phrasal verbs in this program. And why 50? You don't need many. You need to be smart. And they are focused on conversation. I picked the most popular phrasal verbs that native speakers use in conversations, and I put them together in a program. So there are video lessons, PDF files. You get corrections for the examples you create on the platform. You have audio files to practice your listening comprehension, all of them focusing on these 50 phrasal verbs for conversation. If you are really interested in learning phrasal verbs to speak, this is the program for you. But you will support my channel very, very much by hitting the like button. That's all I ask from you guys. I know I repeat this a lot, but it's important. It really helps me. It gives me the motivation, the energy to come back and do more for you, okay? Now, idea number 3. As I said, to learn a lesson, you must use it, okay? Use what you study, build a solid study plan. Idea 1, idea 2 will not work if you don't follow idea number 3, which is to build a plan. My study plan is great, But teacher, I don't have the money to buy this plan. I don't want to use your plan. What do I do? Well, you need to come up with a plan. Here on my channel, I have many videos where I give amazing tips to help you create a plan. Watch them, okay? Invest your time and study these lessons that I have for free here on my channel to build a better study plan. Because if you don't have a plan and organized study routine, it'll be very difficult to study phrasal verbs efficiently. In idea 2, I told you about the importance of combining reading and listening. But if you don't have a study routine that includes reading and listening, how do you expect to improve? And here I'm not even talking about grammar. Grammar is important, and you are going to need grammar if you want to improve your phrasal verb use, because sometimes you learn about phrasal verbs, but you don't learn about how to use them in conversations. You just learn the translation, and that's not enough, okay? That's not going to help you learn phrasal verbs efficiently. Efficiency has nothing to do with knowing the translation. That's what I need to insist here. Oh, I know the translation. I know what it means. That's not efficient. Efficient means knowing how to use it. I don't know how to use this phrasal verb. So this phrasal verb is not good for you. You don't know how to use it. So you gotta know how to use a phrasal verb. And when you learn how to use it and you can independently create an example, congratulations. That means you are using what you learn and you understood the phrasal verb. Hence, you have an efficient study plan, a study routine that combines all the English skills: speaking, writing, vocabulary, reading, listening, pronunciation, intonation. These are all important activities, okay? So you need to be organized with your plan. All the English skills are important, because when you combine all the English skills, you will naturally include phrasal verbs, okay? I love my phrasal verb for conversations program, but I am sure that simply by combining all these skills and following a good study plan, you will naturally include phrasal verbs, okay? That's super important for you to know. So you need to think about that, okay? And that's why I created a challenge for you today, because I want you to test this. These materials, these 2 materials should be used by you for the next 7 days to 10 days. Oh, but teacher, why so long? Because you're going to take the time to study and review. And if you don't know how to study them, because I'm not going to get into the details of that here, I have other videos here on my channel to teach you how to listen, to teach you how to read, how to be efficient with reading practice, listening practice. So check them out, okay? But what I'm going to do for you today is, one second. I will leave a link. It's already in the description of this video. Check the description of this video. You will find a link for a reading activity and the link for a video, okay, by Tony Robbins. And these 2 materials are talking about the same subject, decision making, okay, how to be more decisive. And why 7 to 10 days? I want you to combine these skills. Okay, you need to watch my other videos to understand this. I always complement my lessons here on my channel. But you will really dive into phrasal verb. You will dive into the material you're going to read. It'll be challenging. Explore the grammar, vocabulary, not only phrasal verbs, but other words you're going to learn. Writing, speaking, reading aloud. Then with the video, watching, pausing, studying, practicing pronunciation, checking the vocabulary, and on top of that, focusing on the phrasal verbs they use in these 2 materials, in these 2 sources. In the reading, you're going to find quite a few phrasal verbs, interesting phrasal verbs that native speakers use in conversation. And in the video as well, you're going to find some phrasal verbs. So that's your job for the next 7 to 10 days. I'm giving you a lesson. Now, as I said, to learn a lesson, you must use it. And I'm giving you the strategy. Now I gave you the exercise. Now it is your decision to put into practice. Take action, do the work. And I absolutely know that you will improve. You will study more efficiently. And very soon you will go from stuck to speaking, because that's what I want for you. That's what I do in my channel. And I can't wait to see your comments like, wow, teacher, I implemented this strategy and you were right. I was more efficient with my practice. I hope you enjoyed. Help my channel grow by sharing this lesson with your friends and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.